Welcome back to We Needed Roads, a podcast where I pretend to be in control and Marie pretends she's not clinically obsessed with Hazbin Hotel. And today, strap the hell in because today we're doing a full season 2 spoiler special of the show that has basically become Marie's entire personality at this point. And I'm not kidding. Like, while the rest of us were living normal lives, Marie was on her 666 rewatch, analysing frames, memorising songs, and probably drafting a thesis titled Don't Hurt My Son. I mean, I cannot stress this enough. Marie isn't just a fan. She is one bad day away from legally changing her surname to Morningstar. She's watched season 2 more times than I've told Jose to eat a bag of dicks this year. From our group chat, I'm fairly certain she's quoting episodes in her sleep. If Vizzy Pop opened a cult, Marie would already be High Priestess, robes ordered, altar built, and candles lit. Meanwhile, I, Neil, have been dragged along for the ride like some poor mortal who accidentally stumbled into hell. So if you haven't watched season 2 yet, turn back now because we are deep diving into all the spoilers, all the chaos, and most importantly, what will Marie do with her life now while we wait for season 3. All right, sinners, let's get into good, the bad, and the what the fuck moments from Hazbin Hotel Season 2. Marie, you've clearly made the effort today, right?
Yeah, what the hell? I thought you were going to dress up as Angel Dust.
Yeah, that was never going to happen in a million years, and it would be a very, very different Angel Dust if I even attempted that. I got black. There you go. The black and red work. The black and red work.
I don't know what you're on about. I'm just a casual fan.
As I have learned, Marie, from the fandom and the ridiculous amount of views these videos you've done on TikTok have got, there is no such thing as a casual Hazbin fan. These people, in the nicest possible way, are insane.
Like most musical theater people are.
Now, normally we would do our spoiler-free thoughts on a show or a movie we're going to review. But honestly, Marie, I don't think there's any real point here because we just need to get into the good, the bad, and what the fuck straight away. And I'm already looking at your face when I said the word the bad. We did have to search, and I found a couple of things, which I know you're going to take great umbrage with, so I'm looking forward to that section. But first off, let's start with the good. The floor is yours.
Oh, I start this off? This is difficult. Oh, let's start with an obvious one. They spoiled us with the songs this season.
I have the songs down as my first good as well, actually, yeah.
I mean, like last season we got two songs per episode. Like this time we got 3, sometimes even 4. And each one was like, it hit. I don't think there was like a single bad song this season.
Quickly to put you on the spot, and I know you won't be able to choose just one, but favourite song of the season?
Sarah's Confession.
Oh, okay, that was much easier than I thought.
Don't ask me after that, but that one was my standout.
Okay, so I've probably gone for Gravity because that's one that jumped out at me the most.
Yeah.
Although I also really did like the finale number, not overall as in the best song, but just the cleverness of how it weaved in every storyline and all the major players of the show into like the one scene. So I thought that was like superb.
Yeah, that one had me ugly crying. I was fine with the finale until we got to that song. I am such a sucker for harmonies and everyone singing together. It killed me. And then it's just also like all the like interludes they had in it. Like you had Abel's pop punk moment in the middle of it, which was so good. And he was also just an in the background character, and he had that one moment to shine, and it was just brilliant. And I'm also I'm an emo girl, so pop punk is like one of my favorite music genres. So that was like really good. It just like it built and it dropped. Oh, brilliant.
And what was the? I think you posted something that on one of the music streaming sites. The songs from Hazbin had done better than Taylor Swift recently.
Yeah, that was Blake Rowan who voices Angel Dust because Losing Streak did better than I think it was The Fate of Ophelia, and he posted "Suck It, Taylor." But I thought that was really funny. But also, Losing Streak was such a good song. It was like I think the slowest one we got this season, and Blake is such a good singer. That was just such a great like lounge song.
Well, that's what kind of I like about the music in the show is the songs straddle every kind of genre of music
Yeah.
you can imagine, usually within one song. as well, which is
Yeah.
crazy. Like you'll get a few bars of, like you say, pop punk, then it'll go, like K-pop, and then it'll go like full on metal, and it's just so cleverly done.
Yeah, Lucifer's metal song, like
Having said that, like nothing, I think bar gravity, nothing really stuck with me straight after I'd watched it. It was kind of like I'd watch it and I'd enjoy it, and then it would be gone. Whereas I'm fairly certain that's what your Spotify Wrapped is going to be at the end of the year.
it closes in November, so it can't be. I mean, I think that is the thing about Hasman songs, and I found this with season one as well. They do need to have like you need to listen to them a couple of times because like the first time you're so busy taking everything in, so like only like after you listen like you need a couple of times to actually like hear the lyrics properly. Like even like the penultimate episode we had Brighter, which was such a good villain song. So we had so many good villain songs this season. I mean, I love Christian who voices Vox. He is like a Broadway staple, and his voice is just brilliant. And even though like I hated Vox the character, I loved all of his songs. I love him singing.
So I'm assuming, because like I say, bar Stephanie Beatrix, I hadn't heard of really any of the cast of this, so I'm assuming they are all Broadway professionals, right?
Like it's so like amazing like how many like Broadway heavy hitters are in the cast. Number one is Alex Brightman. He originated the role of Beetlejuice on Broadway, and he did School of Rock, he did Smigadoon. He's like a very big like Broadway star. And I mean he first appeared in the Hellaverse as Fizz in Hell of a Boss, and here he does Adam and Sir Pentious. But yeah, that blows my mind. Erica, who voices Charlie Morningstar, was the original Katie Herring on Mean Girls the musical on Broadway.
Bloody hell!
So
So it's like every person in it is basically the star of a different musical.
yeah, yeah. Jeremy Jordan, who voices Lucifer, was also on Broadway. One thing that I did not know until like checked the cast list for one of the TikToks episodes, Darren Chris voices Peter. Like he has just such a small role, and he's also like a Broadway staple, but also a TV staple.
So this means one thing, Marie, right? If you've got this brilliant cast of Broadway actors, when are we getting the Hazbin Hotel live musical show?
I mean, it's already out.
No, as in live action, with the actual cast on stage.
Yeah, has been on Broadway. It happened to promote. It's on Amazon Prime.
I had no idea. I
Yeah,
was just like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the next natural thing.
No, no,
Okay,
no, no, no. They did it to promote
the show,
the
obviously.
show. I still haven't seen it because I'm getting like major FOMO for not being there, because like everyone in the audience is dressed up as Hasman characters and the entire cast is there, and it looks such like a fun night.
Not only did I watch the last two episodes before you yesterday, and also see Pillion before you yesterday, I could also go and watch the live Has-Been show from Broadway before you as well now. And you call yourself a fan, Marie.
As I say, I explained it. I feel so jealous. I've seen clips and I feel so jealous that I couldn't be there. Please do Has Been on West End. I'll fly back for the UK for it. Like I'll sell a kidney. Like I'll be there.
I mean, it doesn't have to be your kidney. It could just be any person's kidney.
Exactly. Jose or David, it's not using their kidney. Sorry, you forgot to mention one name that you're very familiar with, who like shone this season, Keith David.
Oh, Keith David, yeah. Keith David, who just happens to be in everything I'm watching at the minute. Like, everything.
He is in everything. I mean, he's a man with so much talent.
I think the first time, I mean, obviously I remember him from, like, The Thing and all, like, the classic films he did back in the day, They Live. But then, I think he didn't go quite, he kept working, like, the whole time. But I think the quality of stuff, but I remember him coming into one of the latest seasons of Community. And he
Yeah.
was brilliant in that. He just turned up in The Lowdown, which is a new show by Sterling Harjo, who did Reservation Dogs, with Ethan Hawke, and he had a moment in the second to last episode where he thought he'd been shot, and it was a slight graze, and his overreaction to it, thinking he was dying, was one of the funniest things I'd ever seen. It was I was creasing up like with laughter with it, and it built to that because it's like it's not like an out and out comedy show. So to have this moment of pure panic and comedy from it was so good. And yeah, he was. Oh yeah, and I was watching Future Man. Which Marie, have you ever watched Future Man?
Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes and never got into it.
Keith David is in it as well. So, there's all your reasons. Also, it's the best thing I think Josh Hutcherson has ever done. Like, he so plays into his being crap gimmick of what everyone thought he was after the Hunger Games. And he's just like, yep, I'm a janitor who plays video games. And now I'm your hero of the show. Pete doesn't get as good later on, but we need to go back to Hazbin because we definitely talked for way too many minutes there that wasn't about Hazbin. Another good on it, and it's obvious for me as well. The animation has definitely had a bit more money pumped into it this season because it just looked amazing.
It's gorgeous. For me, it was the angels flying, like the wings animation. That was so good. Everything was just, it's smooth. It's just so good. Like, I mean, you did joke that I've been through it frame by frame.
You
Like,
actually have.
yeah, for
You need it for
like
screen grabs.
exactly, I need it for screen grabs. So just seeing like all these like little like facial expressions that they've animated in it's just so good. Like how do you make like a TV so expressive? It's like it's brilliant.
Well, I mean, look how good Arcane was.
If it's different style of animation, yeah, like this is a very different style of animation. It's also like I think different way they do it, but
I mean, I think you can when you look at the animation styles. I think even if it's a completely different style. I mean, South Park's another good example where obviously when it started, it was with a cutting paper, but even now, you look at like obviously they can build an episode in a week now from start to finish, and they've been doing that for about probably 10, 15 years probably now. But even then, you look at the animation of it, and even though it's so simple, you still get these amazing shots in it. So, but I think it's the speed and just the way they fill the framing has been. There is so much detail in it. I mean, like I say, you've probably had to watch it 2 or 3 times. One to do your TikTok videos, and two because you were probably in tears most of the time and had to rewatch it because you just were missing stuff.
yep. No, it really is, and even now, like I miss some stuff. I use also like screen grabs from the trailer, and I mean I reviewed that months ago, and I even still now like saw stuff in the trailer that I didn't notice before.
And I think one of the big things that was good about this season was it gave a lot of different characters, and especially the villains, backstory.
I wasn't expecting that. Yeah.
Where do you want to start with backstory? Who do you want to talk about first?
Let's start with my precious baby angel Sir Pentious, the first one we got, because I genuinely didn't think we would get backstory, and this is something I didn't really think about in season one. Like who are these people? But it makes sense. Like why they're in hell, and yeah, it's just Serpentious one, and it's just also like it highlights like all the different reasons there are in hell. Like Serpentious got sent to hell because of his own guilt and because he was a coward because he knew who Jack the Ripper was and never reported it, and that is just it is so good.
It's nowhere near as bad as everyone else, is it?
No,
That's the thing.
exactly, and but then it makes sense why he's the one who got redeemed first. Because then then you move on to someone like Alastor, like the next one we got, which also
Who absolutely deserves to be there.
yeah, who, to quote me from the Halloween episode, was a little stabby while he was human, and yeah, started doing rituals into the beyond already with like blood sacrifices, and then makes sense. Not a good dude.
And of course, in is it episode 7, we get Vox's background. Or should I say, Vincent Whitman, who wanted to be a weatherman to start off with, and then just flat out murdered all his co-workers till he was like TV god. It's so funny because I actually just watched an episode of The Great North right after that, the same night, and one of the sons in that wanted to become a TV weatherman. I was like, this better not go the same way. And thankfully it didn't because it's a much more wholesome show. There was no murder in it, but I was just like, wow, just what are the odds on 2 animated shows with a character who wants to become a weatherman back to back in the same night? Broke my brain a little bit, but not as much as this show did.
Oh yeah, that one it was so good. Like obviously a backstory told through song, my favorite thing in the world. But yeah, it's also kind of unfortunate like TV resembling art because a TV personality wanting to become president, it's not too far fetched.
Yeah, I got nothing on that.
Yeah, but yeah, like him's like starting this cult and like murdering everyone, and then the way he dies, I completely missed that the first time I saw it.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, because I saw that a TV falls on his head.
yeah,
But you said dies. I have a query with that, and that will drop into the bad. I had to struggle for bad, so I've got something to do with that when we get onto that section. Right, Vaggie, easily the best girlfriend on TV ever,
she
isn't
is
she? She's
so
just superb.
patient. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Charlie really does put her through it this season, and yeah, her just running the hotel, like being like just so supportive. I'm not saying she was sidelined, but I mean, she didn't stand out to me as much as like the rest of the cast.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It was kind of the same as what they did with Jordan in not as bad, but you are
Not as
just
bad. I mean, she still
partner.
actively contributed
Yeah.
to the plot and kept like things running and stuff like that. But she didn't get like a song like till later on, like the what was it? It was episode 6 until she got her own song.
Well, I actually thought like when she goes to the because when we got to the finale, her plan was kind of shit. When she turns up to free Lucifer, she just keeps hitting the thing with her scythe. I was like, it's clearly not working, and you're going to get blown up. What are you doing?
It is true, and even Husk was the one who pointed it out, and she's just like, "I'll figure it out." I love that. But to be honest, that's why I love the show. Like, people are not perfect. They have flaws, and like they have flaws in their plans. And yeah, yeah, I think her plan was hoping that Carmilla would help her out, but yeah, just again, stabby stabby was the first
Ah, stabby stabby.
instinct.
Speaking of stabby stabby, Nifty. I just wish we had more Nifty. But I also get that her character just has to be in it just to turn up and be an agent of chaos briefly once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, Nifty's like Nifty's an odd one because she's stronger than anyone knows, and
Next season, Nifty backstory.
maybe like is she was she human or is she just like a product of hell? And well, Alastor has her soul, so she must be human. But yeah, I'm really curious, like what that is.
I liked the addition of Baxter as well because he wasn't really in it a lot. And then I was like, oh, okay, he's in it for to be like the mirror image of Pentious. So you got the two of them there, and also he gets the line in Nifty and Valfy, stab her in the face, which
Yeah.
and I did love in that sequence. Everyone got a fight scene, like everyone was fighting each other, and the cross cutting between it was spot on.
No, Baxter had so many good lines. He was barely in it. One of my favorites is when I'm allergic to recollection at chew. And then, like, when he takes down Velvet, he's like, mad scientist, bitches! And just, like, it's so funny. And he decided to help them just because Vaki kept his room clean. It's just...
And it was the pillows done exactly, wasn't it? And
yeah.
the blanket it was like at the right angle and all that. Although I had one thing that made me laugh as well. Episode 7, when when Lucifer's walking in to the big obvious trap, I was like,
Oh, Lucifer is my favorite character of the entire show. I love him.
how can you be the favorite character of your show when you've got Angel Dust?
I mean, Angel Dust is my son, but I adore Lucifer. I adore Lucifer. He's just so fun. He just wants to be loved. He just wants to have connection. Again, he had some like great lines. Like when he's captured, he's like, "I'm a married man. At least I think I still am." Like it's just, or when the fact that everyone forgot about him in the finale. That it's just like it was a little heartbreaking. And then how he emerges and he's like, "Don't go down there. There's pain down there."
Lucifer's other great line I love. Oh no, the bad tingles are back.
Or when he was watching the duck soap opera.
And then Charlie sending the duck emojis to him when they've had their fight.
Yeah.
Why would Lucifer be obsessed by ducks? It just it was funny.
It's just such a weird joke, but it works so well. Like I'm just his rubber duck obsession. Like what was he doing when Vaggie knocked on the door and he was covered in ducks?
He's having a bath, wasn't he? A duck bath. I thought that's why it was implied as the mastery of Alistair's manipulation, using his favour from Charlie to break his deal with Rosie, but then that tricks Vox into breaking his deal with him as he technically touches Charlie while evilly gloating by patting her on the shoulders.
It's so good.
It was
It
like levels
was
within levels. That was like an Inception style of like plotting, wasn't it?
It was, and I mean, when he like surrendered himself to the V's, like everyone was just like, "The fuck's happening here?" Alistair to me, I love Alistair, but he's sus as fuck. I've been saying in my recaps.
I mean, his backstory gave us enough
Yeah, exactly.
issues.
I think like Alistair is gonna be the overall like series villain. Like because they're planning 5 seasons of Hazbin Hotel, I think he's gonna be like the final villain. I might be wrong here, but I don't think he's a good guy, and I don't think he cares about Charlie either.
Everything he's doing is for his own good. And it just so
Exactly.
happened that helping the people from the Hazbin Hotel served his aims this season.
Exactly. Like he's a master manipulator and he has clearly his own agenda. But yeah, clever boy. Like genius.
Now, you were basically in floods of tears for pretty much most of the shows, every show, right?
Yeah.
The only, bizarrely, when I was watching Floods, the only bit that got to me and like was made me like was Sir Pentious sad in heaven, but the bit where he is having the conversation with Seraph in the last episode, and he persuades her.
Oh yeah, that's honestly when I started crying. I just it's so good. Yeah, I did not pay that much attention to him in season 1, I have to admit, but I adore him in season 2. And that, yeah, where he's like just talking to like one of the most powerful angels in the world and she's like, "Why do you think you can help me?" And he's like, "Because you need a friend." And it's just so sweet.
It's like the really dark version of Toy Story there, which you can definitely not show to children. But also, it was worth the wait because remember when we were thinking, oh, what's going to happen with Serpentius in heaven? Is it going to be this big reunion moment? And they held off and held off on it. And then when, as well in the finale, when the signal didn't work, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, we're not going to get that. They're going to hold off on it even more. And then he kind of like checks in and gets to give his speech in that, which was great.
It was great, but it was already too late. But
And then he,
yeah.
yeah, that was brilliant. It all been finished, and they'd already saved the day. And then he gets to deliver his big speech, which was good. And then, of course, he gets to flirt with Sherry again, which was hilarious.
Oh, it was brilliant. So, how's it going? It was so
With all of
funny.
hell and heaven watching, that was just brilliant.
And then he gets love letters sent to him. That was like the cutest thing ever. That like Cherry is now sending love letters to heaven for like Sir Pentious. And also when he was just, you want me to invent something? It's just, and then the animation again is so good, like with his eyes being bright and his whatever that's called.
Well, you remember when in one of the earlier episodes when he's first up there, and Emily brings the eggs back for him, and like the look of just pure joy on his face when he gets them back.
Oh, him with his angel egg boys. Yeah, it's just so cute. When he was also playing with them, like crawling around on the floor, and they were like riding his back. It's just, oh, he's just such a little lovable. He's so lovable. It's just adorable.
I'm just looking at my notes, and I've just remembered what it was in reference to, and it's from the finale. It's giant cock rocket.
I wrote butt plug.
I love the bit with the news hashtag Pearly Gates. That was brilliant. I just all
Yeah,
the news stuff runs along so quickly that you're trying to catch it all the time.
it is. Like it's again the level of details. Like
But like you say, and Alistair just baiting Vox was so fun because like he's been captured, but he absolutely didn't look like he was in any. He wasn't in any danger at any point. He didn't feel like he was in any danger at any point, and he was just like, "Ah, great, I can fuck with this guy now."
yeah, the only time he actually looks truly miserable is when he had the gag on his mouth and he couldn't talk. But I think that's also like when he was like just luring Vox into like a full sense of security.
Oh,
But
one other
yeah,
thing from the finale when they're prepping the hotel for the war again, and then Rooster, who's Rooster? Oh, he's been here since he's been here all the time. And he goes, "Oh, Rooster, can you what's happening?" "No, I'm gone," and he just leaves.
but he has been there. Yeah, he has been there from the beginning. It's
Marie, I
just
expect a 10-part TikTok series cataloging all of Rooster's appearances. You got till the end of the podcast to get that done at the same time.
he's yeah, he was the one that like he was the one that Husk was yelling at in therapy. Like when again another brilliant moment. Husk being a therapist, just brilliant.
I wonder whether we're going to get Husk's backstory as well at some point. Because basically, if you're a character in the show now, you need a backstory
You
episode.
do. I don't know if this is my head canon or if this is actual canon, but I think he was a Las Vegas magician who obviously got addicted to alcohol and gambling. I think that's like his origin story, but I'm not 100% sure.
When the finale started and they're explaining the plan, it was like, "This is the plan." I was like, "Okay." I actually thought they were hinting at Vaggie dying because she was so in control and like, "This is what we're going to do." And then I was like, "Oh, the person who says this stuff in these kind of shows and movies." I've literally written the collage for some reason. I have no idea what that's in reference to. And then the next line is literally, "Guess what, fucker." So And then I've got muting Vox, just brilliant.
Again, it's such yeah, I love that one as well. That was genius. As I said, Baxter had some brilliant moments where it's just like I always wanted to do that.
Well, and again, and then that kind of brings us, like I said, we mentioned earlier some of them. We had all the fights. So we had Husker versus Val as Husker and Cherry go to save Angel Dust. And again, just it's such a. I just loved how all these scenes were intercut together. And of course,
Yeah.
that leads up to the big fight, which is Alastor versus Vox, which is funny, isn't it? Like you've basically got two villains really fighting each other in the show, and the main heroes aren't actually really doing anything until obviously the hands across America, save the world kind of thing at the end.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, and they're also saving the sinners of hell, but yeah, they're kind of just letting Vox and Alistair go at it. That was just such a good fight sequence. I mean, we've been so disappointed by finales these past like a few months when it comes, and like I mean, I already like I wrote this to you. I was like, this is better than the Gen V and the Peacemaker finale combined. Like this is like it had everything. Like it had action, it had emotion. Like it just was a roller coaster ride. And then again, that the animation shines through with that fight.
I mean, yeah, back to my kind of stream of consciousness things. We've got the V's rebelling, which again, anyone could see that was going to happen a mile off.
But how it happened? I mean, this has been so like things are gonna get brutal. But Val actually ripping off Vox's head, and that I did not see that coming.
Well, and also when Emily came down to help, I was like, wait a minute, is she gonna sacrifice herself to save someone in hell? Which is then how they convince hell that the angels are here to help us. But no, she just got a wing shot off a little bit.
Yeah, she
But
did,
she
and
got a
then
prosthetic thing similar as
yeah, as loot, and
which
it's
is
like it's the same gold as well, which is cool. So heaven must be really on the wall with prosthetics. I mean, it's like a perfect utopia, but still.
so
Uh,
they probably just be able to should be able to just go and then it's back, right? That's really how it should work.
I mean, but I think like the weapon was like angelic light, so it was like that's why like some sinners also died when it hit them. I think that's powerful.
And of course, this then leads into the finale song, which was "Hear My Hope," and it's the power of heaven and hell and friendship together. And I was like, wait a minute, does everyone have some kind of powers? When like literally every character was just walking up and like firing at the orb. I was like, well, wait, what? What is this? What are they actually firing at it?
Yeah, I mean, I did like think about that a bit throughout like the show, like how I mean, and not everyone like Angel was literally just standing there. He was there for moral support. I was thinking about that because people in Hell actually do have like really cool powers. Like Vox has pretty cool powers. Like all the V's do. Like Husk's power is pretty powerful. I wonder like what like in Husk for in Loser Baby, he does have a line saying, I sold my soul to save my power. So he may have like made a deal with Alistair,
Ah,
and that's why he got powers. But yeah, I'm really curious. Like, what do you have to reach a certain level of hell to get powers?
there's
Like,
no kind of real description of the hierarchy of hell in
well,
the
we've
show.
got the overlords. The overlords are like the people they put themselves in charge. I mean,
Okay, fine.
technically Lucifer is the one who's in charge, but he doesn't know the fuck's going on. It's another reason why I love
Well,
him
he's too
so
busy
much.
having a duck bath. So
He's too busy with his ducks. Someone actually commented this on one of over on TikTok when I pointed out that Lucifer not knowing any the names of any of Charlie's friends is such dad energy because like my dad doesn't know the name of my best friend who has been my friend for over my best friend for over 2 decades now. So I thought that was very dad coded. But then somebody commented saying, "I'm pretty sure Lucifer does not know anyone's names," and that was like proven when
yeah.
and
Oh, you're Charlie's girlfriend.
or like Carmilla, does that name supposed to mean something to me? Like he doesn't even know like the overlord's name.
And then, of course, in the big hands crossed the bulb thing, trying to stop it exploding thing, Luke turned up to fuck it all up. But then Abel sacks up and tells Luke to back down, which was I was like, oh, because Abel's not really been in it much, and so
No,
like that was a nice little moment. So oh, okay, he's kind of risen up to like his dad's level, although his dad was murdering lots of people in hell, so I'm
his
not sure
dad was
that's
pretty shit. Yeah, you don't
yeah.
really should
Don't
watch in
really
that.
sure you want to help him. Yeah. And then of course one of my favourite lines from the whole episode is Pentious when he's on I think he's when he's on the screen he goes, I'm a good boy now. That was just creased me up. I loved it.
Yeah. Honestly, Alex Brightman is giving us his all, like as Pentious this season.
But then, as we got towards the end of the episode, Val spins it so it makes it look like he was the hero. And I have to admit, we might need to change our company name, which is just that made me laugh. But again, you've still got Luke still being crazy. And the ending of the show of this season, I mean, we all telegraphed it, right? We all knew that was coming, didn't we?
What?
The phone call
The
from,
phone call? I
and she's like,
didn't.
"Mum, Marie, come on, this is like your show. How did you?" I was like, from day one, every episode when she's like on the phone, ringing and ringing, and nothing happens. Like that's gonna be the tag at the end of the episode.
Because I've got theories behind Lilith. There's been like several theories. Like for me, for the longest time, I thought Rosie might be Lilith, pretending to be Lilith. I have rewatched all of the Rosie and Charlie interactions from season 1, and I don't get motherly vibes from it, so I'm not 100%.
Now I don't remember season one that well. Did we ever see Lilith in season one?
They're starting to develop a pattern here because Lilith was the last cliffhanger from season 1. Again, Lilith was the last line of season 1 as well, where Lute
What
goes to
remind me of
talk to
season
her.
one?
So
Okay,
basically, Lute goes to talk to someone lying on the beach, and she's like, "Adam is dead. Now it's your turn to fulfill your end of the bargain," or something like that. And then she says Lilith, and yeah. And then I've been also seeing like theories online that the Lilith in hell isn't actually Lilith, because she's ignoring her daughter's calls. Now, I honestly genuinely think she's just a shitty mom, but I have heard theories that that version of Lilith is actually Eve, because
right.
in one of the shots you see her eating apples.
Okay.
So that's like,
I mean, I don't think we've seen enough of her in it to form anything, really, have
no.
we? So
I just want, like, Vox was just such a great villain for this season. He was just so fun to watch and hate, and all of the Vox songs and the Vox moments were just brilliant. I mean, he didn't have a lot to do in season 1. I love Stayed Gone. Stayed Gone is one of my favorite songs from season 1, and like they kept like that energy throughout. And yeah, he is such a good villain, and I'm really actually happy that he didn't die in the end, so we can have more of Christian voicing Vox.
that is a perfect segue into the bad, Marie. Because my one big issue with the show overall and the finale is no one actually died. Like, looking back at the whole show, Adam and all the sinners when the angels did the exterminations, none of the other main characters have died. And I get that in hell, because it's kind of hinted at, well, you can't do anything to me. We can beat each other and torture, but it didn't look like anyone could actually kill anyone in hell. And that's how Vox kind of realizes to say, well, you can't actually do anything to me. You're essentially powers, which I thought that's a good beat. That explains it. But then, like, I was expecting like trauma and drama going into that final episode. I thought Vaggie was definitely going to die at one point because of all just being too good and like this is the plan, and then trying to free Lucifer. Then I thought Emily was going to die because I almost think Emily potentially dying would have been a better beat for the story for the next season, because then that would have convinced Hell that, oh no, the angels are here to help us. Also, then it would have had the thing with Seraph being very conflicted about it, and obviously Luke going kill them all again. So I think that just no one died. Even Vox gets his
Yeah,
head ripped off, but he's still that head's still talking, which means they're just going to chuck him in the back of a room somewhere, and he's still on the board for later seasons.
I don't think he's still on the board because like Vox is like he gained his power from the people, and I don't think anyone's gonna trust him after this. I think like he's just gonna be like a minor annoyance, but
But
I don't
he's
think
not dead. It's going to be
he's
a head in a jar, basically.
exactly, he's never gonna rise to like villain status. I mean, I
There was
think
no
there.
stakes. There was no consequences.
I mean, I know. I think there are stakes, and what you need to like stakes, and I think like this. They're planning 5 seasons, so I'm actually worried like this was the one that they're like luring us into a false sense of security, and maybe season 3 is just gonna be a bloodbath. Um,
I'm looking forward to it.
One thing that I think did need to happen this season is Charlie needed to take a little bit more charge. Okay, so I'm not on the Charlie hate train. Like
Yeah, explain this Charlie hate train to me.
so there's been like a massive Charlie hate train entering the seasons, like saying that Charlie didn't learn anything from season 1 and she's just as naive as she was. And I completely disagree about it. I mean, that's her character.
That's
Charlie,
literally what I have written down. It's people complain about Charlie being too naive. That's literally her character arc. She sees the good in everyone.
yeah, and she's extremely optimistic. She just needs to come into her power a little bit more. I mean, the only time she actually uses like her status as Princess of Hell when she's trying to get back into Vox Tower when they capture Alastor, and everyone is just ignoring her. But I mean, we kind of established that the Morning Stars don't really have a lot of power.
And I think you could almost argue with Charlie as well that for the almost central protagonist of the whole show, she doesn't really do a lot. Everyone else is just, or the other characters are the ones. And, like, even with the big plan at the end, it's Vaggie sorting it all out. And then it's all the other backroom deals and double crossing from the other characters that pushes the plot forward.
I mean, I think she does do a lot this season, but nothing to like benefit others. I mean, I think she fucks up a lot this season, and I think that's where the hate comes from. I think these days we like expect our protagonists to be perfect, and it's like the whole point of this show is having flawed characters, having morally gray characters, and she is not perfect. And we're only on season 2. If this was like the final season, yeah, I would be annoyed. But I think like she's still coming into her own.
The only other minor bad I've got is they kept hinting at Luke going fully psycho, and she didn't. Abel stepped up and stopped her, but again, as I think we both mentioned, that just keeps her on the board, simmering away in the background for later seasons, doesn't it?
Yeah, they gave her Gravity, which was a very awesome song, but then afterwards nothing really happened with it.
Hmm.
And I think that's my only other like personal bad is that the whole hallucinating Adam thing wasn't a continuous thing. You see Adam again in the final like few like frames shots when you see Lute in hell flying away. There's Adam as a shadow behind her. I wanted more of that. I wanted just Adam like a constant presence behind her, like
A couple of more scenes of it throughout other episodes would have just been
exactly,
enough.
like
Rule
maybe
of
just
three,
like
show it 3 times.
exactly halfway
Progressively getting a little
through.
bit worse.
I have one more bad, but that's nothing to do with the show. It has to do with the Amazon Prime marketing team. How they spoiled the finale the second the finale came out, and the voice actor who plays Alastor had to come on social media and say, unless you want to be spoiled, stay off social media until you see the finale because Amazon Prime is gonna spoil it. And
What did they do then?
I mean, I've been keeping up, but I think they've just like posted like photos of the finale. I mean, they did that with Gen V as well, where they like the next day they like kept like showing photos of the episodes, like the second the episode came out.
The only feeling where this kind of affects me, it's not really in TV, but when I watch wrestling, and because of the time difference, it's happening at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. The shows usually start at 1 o'clock in the morning UK time, and so they finish about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So you get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You can't go on social media because even the company themselves will like have recaps. So you either don't follow the socials of the company, which is stupid because you want to follow it for all the other videos and content they put out, but you can't look at it at all because someone would have posted a spoiler or there'll be a picture of someone holding a title they've just won in a match, and you're like, great, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Yeah, give us time, people.
Yeah,
Like-
it's not needed. Right. Well, this brings us on to the what the fuck. And there's only one real what the fuck moment. I mean, there's plenty of what the fuck moments on the show. Do you have more
I've
than
got
one?
I've got 3.
Let's start with the one that I definitely know you're going to agree on, which is the Vox controlling angel dust reveal, which made you want to throw a TV off the wall, have a mental breakdown on TikTok, and also got us a shitload of views. So thank you, Marie. Thanks for that. Your pain has become entertainment for us.
I mean, that's the story of my life. Uh, I've talked about this like a few times when we're reviewing shows. One thing that I will always like appreciate about shows, and it's really like obvious to say, but it's effort. Like I love when people like they put like effort. It's one of the reasons why Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of my all-time favorite TV shows of all time because they planned that entire 4-season arc. 4 season or is it 3 seasons? No, it's 3 seasons. But they plan that entire show from start to beginning, and you can see like what they like set up in season one plays a role later, and just you can see the effort you put into it. It's one of the reasons why I hate the final season of Game of Thrones, because all the effort just went out the window and people were
Wait,
leaving coffee cups and
David is
stuff.
not here. David is not here.
I will always take the opportunity to rant about the final season of Game of Thrones.
As
But
does David. Even if we're not
yeah,
talking about it. Like we aren't now.
it was the disappointment anyway. But yeah, that, because for me, yeah, I did not predict it at all, but they did set it up. They set this up way back in season one.
Well, and so in your opinion, because again, I didn't pay as much attention to season one as I did to season two, because I watched, I think, the first one or two of season one, and then forgot about it for about most of the year. And it was only when I was sick recently that I was like, I'm sitting there in bed, and I watched the whole thing again in a couple of days, which was great because it then led into season two. So yeah, for some reason, even watching both seasons recently, season one doesn't stick in my brain as much as season two does.
Mhm.
So how long do you think, even going back to season one, maybe, has Angel Dust been under Vox's control?
I think from the very beginning, since he became part of the hotel, because Angel Dust was the first guest to stay and check in at the hotel. I honestly don't know this. People can put this in the comments. I don't know if the pilot is still canon. That's on YouTube. I don't know if that's like still canon has been lore, or has it been like Hell of a Boss where now it's been rewritten. But anyway, like you see him more
I would assume it would be from the first episode of the series on season one on
on
Amazon.
Prime. It's really
Yeah.
confusing, I know, because the pilot is technically on YouTube. It's yeah, anyway.
But is it the same storyline, just done differently, or is it completely different?
No, it's a completely different. It's completely
But
different.
does it feel like a rough draft of what the show then became? Are there certain plot points and way the
No,
show set up? Okay.
no, it's still very similar. It's only like some of the voice actors have been swapped out. The animation style is obviously like brought up because of course when it came out on YouTube it was like a self-funded thing, but it's still like it still makes sense. Whereas like with Hell of a Boss, like the pilot started to make less and less sense. And that's why they completely redid it when it moved over to Amazon. But anyway, like back to your question, I think it's from the very beginning, because there is a scene during Poison where Angel is in a hotel room. He locks the door. He goes onto the balcony, and Vox is just right there staring at him. And I think that was right after they like hypnotized him again. And there is also a line, the line that I used to break the internet in Poison, which is "I disassociate, I disappear," which yes, like is like a very valid trauma response, but it could also
Oh,
be
100%. It's the double
a
meaning.
reference to him like not remembering his nights because Vox hypnotized him and
Yeah, yeah, no,
wiped.
that's 100% to me. That is
Yeah,
definitely one. It's
there's a
definitely what the
double
two
meaning
mean.
there, but it's like it's definitely there. So I think from the very beginning, and like what's interesting about Angel is, I think this is why Angel thought he had a little bit more control in the situation. Angel didn't like I don't know what the terminology here is, but he didn't sell all of his soul. He's which is why one of his eyes is only black. Because if you sell your soul,
So
both of your eyes are black.
who's got what? Break it
Val
down for me.
has Val has Angel's soul. So but not all of it. He still has some control over himself because because one of his eyes is still natural for a demon. Uh, but because the black eyes indicate that you've sold your soul, and Angel only has one black eye. But Val can still control Angel, but I think Angel thought he had a little bit more like control over himself, and which is why he checked himself in the hotel.
Which, of course, then brings us to the trauma at the end of the season when they rescue him and then they save the day and he goes back.
Yeah, that's my what the fuck.
And I was just like, but you've literally just saved heaven and hell from exploding. You've done all this stuff and you can't sort that out. And they
Yeah,
let him as well. That's like, I know he didn't want to do it,
I mean,
but I guess
yeah.
you need that to be resolved for the next series, though, right? So
I mean, it that broke me. That broke me so much. I'm such a Huskerdust stan.
I was waiting
I
for the Huskerdust.
I wasn't at first, and then I rewatched season one, and now I'm a big Huskerdust stan, and they really like they gave us like nuggets of Huskerdust in the season. We had the amazing,
Was it
amazing bar
the hand
scene.
bit as well?
And then the hand scene, but also like the way Keith David made his voice break when he says like Angel's name, it is so good. Like, and then also like when like I only noticed this on my second viewing, but during my second viewing where like they find Angel like completely passed out and abused on the sofa, Husk actually like clenches his fist in anger. It's again those like little details. But yeah, I mean, it does make sense. I mean, angels, I think like what's keeping Angel in hell.
He's got to go through his own. He's got to want to be redeemed, and he doesn't want to be at the minute.
It's self-hatred. He hates
Yeah, yeah.
himself. That's he hates himself. He doesn't believe he deserves anything more, and that's why he goes back to Val because he believes he deserves that kind of treatment. My poor son.
Right. What was your next? What the fuck?
So my like the one like I had is Rosie holding the keys to Alastor's bond. I again did not predict that one. That was came out of nothing.
I'll admit
I
I'd forgotten who Rosie was in season
But
2.
that's the thing. Like I did not forget about Rosie, but I did not pay that much attention to her in season 1. The Cannibal Town sequence was fun in season 1. I especially liked the line where Charlie's like, "Oh my god, we're in Cannibal Town." It's actually quite nice. And it's like the most civilized place in hell and they're all cannibals and you obviously had them with the battle against Adam. But yeah, I didn't think much about Rosie and then suddenly like Alastor's back in Cannibal Town and you notice that she's the one who he made the deal with. And then that leads to the second the what the fuckception. Let's go with that because Alastor and Rosie make a new deal, this time with Alastor in control. So, what the fuck was all that about? What's happening there? Like,
Find out in season 3.
I know. Like Rosie has an agenda with the hotel because she clearly wants Alastor at the hotel. Alastor obviously has his own agenda, and now they've made a new deal. We are getting Rosie backstory in season 3. Vivian has confirmed this.
So we've kind of hinted at a few things throughout. Season 3 thoughts. I saw online after that was going through to see the response. There are a lot of people who wanted a nifty Baxter ship.
I mean they're so cute together. They're so cute. I think I was actually gonna look up before this episode started. Do we already have a ship name for Nifty and Baxter? Naxter?
Naxter.
Naxter?
It's better than Bifty. Bifty.
Bifty?
There we go. And of course, we're definitely going to hopefully get. I mean, not definitely. There's no definite. Hopefully, finally get Lilith properly in a scene with Charlie, or at least on the phone for a conversation.
I think that was a red herring. I don't think it was a phone call from Lilith. I don't know.
Can you imagine if it was just Vox in his like room being a dick by himself?
Just prank calling.
That would be a brilliant cold open.
This is I don't know where to put this, but the fact that Vox's like phone image for Charlie is her crying is again just like another level of detail that I absolutely adored.
I mean, to be fair, that's going to be your go-to TikTok thumbnail from now on as well. So, I think Lute for certain is going to make a play for Heaven over Seraph.
Yeah, or try to be the new ruler of hell. Like she's gonna be like an agent of chaos. She's not backing down easy.
Well, Alastor is your agent of chaos.
True.
Because we don't know, like we said earlier, we don't know whose side he's on. He's on his
doing,
own side.
Yeah. He's doing his own thing.
And so you reckon? I think, like, yeah, you're right. Like, I think Val is going to be the main villain for that season, for the next season, because that's going to tie in nicely with Angel Dust's Freedom storyline.
Oh.
But then you probably need something else to do for Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, I think the V's had their like moment. I hated Val in season 1. He's growing on me on season 2. He had some great lines this season.
Has some great lines, but he's now in charge. He's in Vox's position now.
He's in Vox's position. He's in charge, but I don't think he's smart enough. I mean, I said that about Vox being the main villain of season 2, so I might be wrong here. He's less ambitious than Vox. I think if he's only like as long as he's top dog in hell, he's fine.
I've got I've got Alastor continuing to be an agent of chaos, Val to potentially be the main villain, Luke making a play for heaven, finally getting Lilith, the Bifty ship that we all didn't know we wanted, but now we do. Vox still lurking in the background, and nothing bad will ever happen to Charlie and Vaggie. Right?
Yeah, I want to say nothing bad is going to happen to Angel Dust. I just want Angel Dust to be happy,
No,
but
you
I
want
don't
something
think we're
good to happen for Angel Dust because he's not had anything good really happen.
no, nothing. Yeah, I don't want anything bad to happen to Angel Dust anymore. Like he's being put through the ringer on both seasons. I really want no more breakups between the two because they kind of have this thing where they break up in the penultimate episode and then come back together. Charlie and Vaggie. I want them to be
Did
like
they? I forgot that as well from
yeah,
season
yeah.
one.
Because in season one, Charlie finds out that Vaggie's an angel,
Oh yeah, fair
and
enough. Yeah, that's enough for an episode of
yeah.
drama.
What I really want to see for season 3 is I want to see the hotel working. We didn't get that much of the hotel this season. I mean,
Yeah, that was
we
one of
got
the complaints
Rooster.
I actually read about Rooster. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I want to see the hotel operational. I want to see like I'm not sure if we're going to get like any more redemptions anytime soon. I want to actually see like the hotel working and like people participating and like being like a actual functional place.
And one thing I'm sure you definitely want to see, Marie, we haven't had a flashback episode for Angel yet.
Yeah, we got the little like lore drop that Angel's the one who killed his dad. And that's how he ended up in hell. But yeah, like who Angel was, what he did, like how he was as a human. I'm going to venture a guess that like
He
Angel
was a
is more
porn star.
No, I'm gonna say he's more closer to modern times because, like,
Oh yeah, that could, yeah,
yeah,
because
like,
that's everything. All the other character backstories have been way
yeah,
back,
like,
haven't they?
yeah, Alastor was 1930s, New Lawrence, Sir Pentious was 1800s, Vox was, I think, the 70s, Angel is like the 2000s. I think he's like from our decade.
Speak for
Uh,
yourself.
I was trying to be nice, Neil.
And Jose. You're just being inaccurate, that's all. All right, well, unbelievably, that is under an hour. And that's us done for another episode of We Need a Road. I'd like to thank Marie for sharing her trauma with us for entertainment. Marie, where can people witness more of your fragile mental state online?
Oh god, that's so accurate. You can follow me over underneath the handle Life on Mars. That is TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. For Hazbin content, that's mainly going to be Twitter. Trying to save the environment on the other channels, which is also not great for my fragile mental state, to be honest.
And if you want more We Needed Roads nonsense, you can find us everywhere. We're on Twitter at Needed Roads. We're on Instagram and TikTok at We Needed Roads Podcast. And you can follow me personally at Neil_Gregory78 on Instagram and Threads, where it's generally podcast posts and pictures and videos from lots of gigs I go to. We Need Roads is available on all major podcast platforms. We'd love it if you subscribe to us on YouTube and gave us a follow on Spotify, where you can see the full video episodes as well as hear us. And don't forget, once you've followed, subscribed, built a giant phallic missile to fire at heaven, leave us a comment letting us know what you thought of Hazbin Hotel Season 2. We've been We Needed Roads, and we'll be back before you can say, take that, depression.
We Needed Roads.
What are you looking at, butthead?